Well, day two. I knew this would be probably the harder of the start days, just because you gotta leave someone at the trailhead. So that was unfortunately this morning. So I had to say goodbye to my fiance Elise there. That was probably 20 minutes ago. So that's always tough. I think there's a million videos on how to hike the AT, tutorials on gear and crap to bring, but leaving people, that's never easy. So that's hard to prepare for. So today was emotional, to say the least. But now, you know, journey into the 100-mile wilderness. Time to take on this huge adventure. And today, you know, distance-wise, it's really not that bad. Around 13 miles to Hurd Brook Lean-to. And the elevation, I think, is under 1,000 feet the whole day. So after Katahdin yesterday, just gonna, you know, try to not push it more than that. Get to Hurd Brook a little early. It's only like 8:30 a.m. right now, so I'll try and get to Hurd Brook a little early, relax, do some stretching, and then make sure I'm ready to go for the next few days, because I'm really going to try and get through 100-mile wilderness in 6 days. We'll see. Have enough food for 7, could probably stretch it to 8, but I think I could do it in 6. The elevation profiles really don't look that bad, especially for the first few days going southbound from Katahdin. So I should be able to make up some miles pretty quick, but also I know that this area is super beautiful with lakes, and some really good camping spots, so I don't want to miss that stuff. But also I'm here to hike and get through the AT and enjoy it at the same time. So I want to take advantage of some good elevation and keep on moving while I can. Yeah, so that's the plan for today, around 13 miles. Alright, so I'm in the Dicey Ponds area, still in Baxter State Park. I wanted to go through some of the food that I decided to bring. This next stretch I mentioned before, around 6 or so days, could be the longest food carry of the entire trip. So on top of starting with, could be the hardest single day hike in Katahdin, I go straight into the longest time in between towns for resupply. So if you saw in my gear videos, definitely try and keep all my gear pretty light and minimal, but when you're bringing food for 7 days, it kind of goes out the window. So I think my pack, and I have a pack and fanny pack, in total both of those come to just under 10 pounds. I weighed my pack, which is only around 8 pounds, because the fanny pack is like 2 pounds. And my pack with water and all my food for the next 6 or so days came in at right around 17 and a half pounds, which is pretty heavy, especially on a frameless pack. Weight limit on these should probably be around 20, so this is definitely the heaviest I've ever carried it. Feels pretty good though, not destroying my shoulders or anything, and yeah, hopefully I'll be eating through all that weight pretty soon. I'm most of the stuff that I brought on the trip for food during this first stretch. Breakfast, it's going to be oatmeal every day. I did rolled oats and powdered milk, chia seeds, and dried cranberries. So I'm going to throw that in the cold soak jar, which again I think is on part 2 of the gear videos. And just throw some water in it and let it soak for at least like a half hour. So I'll probably wake up tomorrow morning, make it, and then hike for about a half hour, sit down somewhere and eat. That's around 500 calories just for that breakfast. So other than that, I got a bunch of bars, some candy, Gatorade pouches. For lunch, I just got some tortillas, and I'm gonna mix it up. Some days I'll do nut butter, so I got almond butter packets, super high calories on those, so I got a few of those for each day to put in the tortilla. For dinner, it's going to be couscous or ramen either night, so I'll probably have, I don't know, couscous or ramen tonight and then switch it up the next day. So I'll again use that cold soak jar, and then just for a little calorie bump I'll put in some kind of meat. So I got packets of tuna in olive oil, which I'll put into the ramen or the couscous, and I got a bunch of hot sauce packets, which won't add calories, but yeah, I put hot sauce on most of my food, so it's needed. But yeah, that's pretty much the food run through for the next 6 or so days. Hoping I don't get sick of it, but we'll see. I think it'll be good. So here's the first stream crossing of the trip. One of a ton. I guess there used to, I guess this could have high waters because there's this bypass over here. But it looks really easy to just rock hop this, so I'm gonna jump through this and make it to the other side. Let's see if I can bring the camera too, if I need it for footing. Yeah, I'm gonna put the camera away. So that was, and I'm gonna butcher this name, I think Thru-Hike stream. It's hard to record the audio by the stream because it's so loud, but these waterfalls are everywhere around here, so I've been stopping a bunch just to take them in and film it. But yeah, I think that was Thru-Hike stream, and I still live still in Baxter State Park. I'll be at Abol Bridge soon, and I think that's where the boundary is. And I need to remember to put in my hiker registration card that I got at Baxter, drop that in the box. And then there's a store right at Abol Bridge, so I'm gonna take advantage of that and get some food there. Some easy high calorie stuff, whatever I can eat at the bridge, and then from there I think it's only a few miles, 4 or 5 miles to Hurd Brook Lean-to, the goal for tonight. So yeah, for now just walking along the streams. So I just stopped at Little Niagara Falls. I think that's what it was called. Really, really nice. And basically this whole trail has been gorgeous. I'll flip you can see it's just running right along this beautiful stream. Yeah, super nice here. And I already met a few northbounders who were only a few miles away from, I think, camping out tonight and then summiting tomorrow. So the trail right around here is really a mix of people just starting and people just finishing, especially in July. Yeah, imagine for the next few months I'll be running into a ton of northbounders, and then after that it'll probably be a lot less crowded just with the southbounders. But for now it's really cool to see people right at the end finishing. Hopefully gives me a little motivation to see people come all this way and to see them, you know, right before the very end. So yeah, really cool. So I just put all that registration in the hiker box to leave Baxter State Park. Stepped over a little bridge and I get that amazing view of Katahdin. That is the first view of Katahdin that I've had since I've started today, and it just kind of came out of nowhere. So yeah, great view of kind of what I got to do yesterday with Elise. And yeah, you can see Hunt Trail on the left. That's kind of what we came up all the way up, tabletop and summit. Alright, so I finally made it to Abol Bridge, and here's the store I'm gonna stop at and just get some food real quick. Haven't eaten much today, so this is, I think, just between the nervous anxiety of getting started and everything, just, yeah, haven't eaten too much, so I'm gonna go in here and get a bunch of food. Walking over Abol Bridge, just had a burger at the little restaurant shop there, a bunch of water, and I'm headed back out. And just looked over my shoulder, and there you go, there's Katahdin again. Yeah, so it's only about three-ish miles to Hurd Brook Lean-to, which is the goal for today. I'll see how I'm doing. I could also go a little bit further and stay. I think, but if I went further, it would be another 7 or so miles, which I don't know if I'm really feeling like today, just with having climbed Katahdin yesterday. So probably just call it a day after the next 3 or so miles to Hurd Brook. Alright, so about to enter 100-mile wilderness. So you can see around the sign, this is the longest stretch in between towns on the whole trail. Alright, so I made it to Hurd Brook Shelter, which you can see in the background there. Decided to tent out tonight, and I'll show you that. So here's the tent setup for tonight. And yeah, mainly decided that because there's a bunch of kids here, all camping right around the shelter, big group of like 15, so gonna be an early night, gonna work on editing some of this footage from the past few days, probably listen to an audiobook. So cool, thanks for watching, have a good night.